afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast. Welcome to a Monday novice fight with me, your host, Imperial Dane. Featuring a 1 versus 1 on Sturzdorf. We shall be watching Verkenner fighting for the 20th Infantry Division, going up against in a fight versus MrgroundElectro of the 21st Panzer Division. And of course, being a Monday novice fight, of course, we shan't be expecting high level stuff, sort of more, novice, a bit more wobbling around trying to figure out how to play the game. But in this case, placing the buildings at the edges, that's good, that's a start. That of course ensures in case of artillery you have something elsewhere to sort of reinforce at. So that's a nice start, spreading out east and left, and sort of the same in the south. We shall see how this evolves. And of course, also note, of course, I am streaming, and of course, there will be sort of keys hidden throughout this episode, at least one key. And of course, if you don't get it there, of course, you can also try following me on Twitch. I do sort of announce in advance before I stream, both on the YouTube feed and on Twitter. So there should be a good chance, of course, then if you follow me then, of course, follow, like subscribing, you might have a chance of winning a key if you're watching my channel. So far, I handed out about 12 keys or so on the channel stream. So there is something again for the lovely people who wish for a key. We are seeing some Verkenner out. Advancing in the name of the fatherland. Pioneers heading eastwards. Riflemen out. Second squad on the way. Interesting enough, he's sending a rifleman here, and this I might argue is a slightly problematic thing. And why is this problematic? I mean, note, he's got combat units running around all the way up here, while he has non-combat units close to the front, or at least not as effective. I mean, more ideally, he should have the engineers running around up here, in fact, securing this point, then here, then following up here, while the riflemen take a more direct route, sort of, in case they do spot anything, go to combat it. I mean, this is a lot less effective division of units. Again, combat units, there's infantry at the front, support units like engineers, a bit more to the rear. So, continuing, but still felt that was worthwhile pointing out. Continuing down south here, Verkenner sitting into the center, a bit dangerously. And we are seeing a Schwimmwagen out second. Perhaps he's been watching my episodes, of course. And note, I do start with the Schwimmwagen second to provide initial firepower boost and, of course, some reconnaissance to the Volksgrenadiers. Rolling out into a lovely Schwimmwagen. Amphibious Kugelwagen, if you will. And there we go, initial engagement between engineers and pioneers again. Had we had riflemen here, they could easily have pushed off the pioneers. Instead, we are now seeing a Schwimmwagen moving in. We could even see Verkenner moving in to assist. Although the pioneers are slightly losing, I mean, the riflemen would have finished off the job faster and could have even dealt with the Schwimmwagen perhaps afterwards. We are seeing another rifleman squad moving in. And again, of course, the Verkenner and the Schwimmwagen can't deal with this. Again, this is why I do it like this, because again, at least I do it, because again, you have a nice firepower combination against the advancing enemy. But no, he's actually running into the house. Not really the best case in this. Okay, we do have several windows, but note, at the same time, 3 riflemen versus 5 Volksgrenadiers, mostly in heavy cover, and a Schwimmwagen firing. This is not necessarily going to be the advantage to the riflemen. Second squad out, 3 squads of riflemen out so far. This one is still moving here. I mean, if he was to attack from here, he could actually get the drop. Question is, of course, will Verkenner do this, or will he, Verkenner, or will he move on to sort of secure these points? Of course, that is a slightly more dangerous situation.
They're taking one of our points.
Apparently not. Again, priorities again, fight the enemy first, in particular when you have this situation where you can attack from several sides. That would be great. Sadly, Verkenner is not doing that. Instead, he's hitting a mine over here. Flamethrowers out. 3 rifleman squads, not a 4th one. That would at least be recommendable. And again, focusing on the enemy right there. And so far, not a single Volksgrenadier is dead. Even he's got a bit of a slight bruise. And again, the rifleman, in fact, losing 2 men. Again, this is not a good situation for Verkenner. Again, he should be moving in from here. We are seeing a push up here, but we're also seeing an MG42 up. We go a few punch got. He's not securing the victory point. He's continuing again, priorities. Focus on finding first, if possibly, destroying enemies rather than moving out, taking points and losing riflemen. There's still no one dead. There's still no one dead. In fact, he's just lost an engineer squad. I mean, this is not really solid play by Verkenner. And there we go. 3 riflemen dead, with only 1 Volksgrenadier dead in return. That's not really good. That's the opposite of good. That is less than good. Still, he does hold some of the more valuable resource points, but still, I mean, this is not necessarily the best situation overall. Advancing here. MD42 taking up here behind heavy cover. Volksgrenadier securing some points. Someone looks to be nodding off a bit. This is a battlefield. Browning automatics with 4 riflemen. Interesting, interesting. Although in some cases, of course, you might want to go for the armored cars straight away.
Losing a munitions point.
Pioneer spotted out in the open by the BAR rifleman. And actually looks like he's not getting any more units. He's going for the bunker up. Could be a medic bunker, but I mean, he's not got the 3rd Volksgrenadier squad, which is what I do, because again, that ensures a nice sort of field presence. And currently, the problem is, of course, he's going to have so many units against 4 rifleman squads. In fact, he's going to be a bit understaffed, I think, which could prove to be a problem for MrgroundElectro. Points are being secured. Schwimmwagen moving in. Fighting for the 21st Panzer Division, which was rather the only real Panzer Division fighting somewhere near the Lane Alsace region. Otherwise, it was mostly Volksgrenadiers, Infantry divisions, and a few Panzer Grenadiers sort of later moved on. And a few Panzer Brigades, of course, but they were not really on the same level of a Panzer Division. Right, we quickly stop there. Quickly suppressed, taking losses. And are on the run. Still nice presence over here. Still no further units, and of course it could be that MrgroundElectro is taking straight for Sturm Army, of course. He figures he can hold it, and of course, more importantly, Verkenner won't be getting any vehicles right away. Why, do you ask? Because again, he just spent a lot of resources on Browning automatics. Now he's getting sticky bombs. And problem is, of course, yes, he might get that, but the thing is, of course, if he gets armored cars, all he needs is, you know, MrgroundElectro doesn't just straight rush it at the rifle. In this case, the rifle will suddenly become a lot less effective. And now we're seeing an observation post up at the fuel. That's nice, but again, you need to get something that can actually use the fuel up quickly. You need either a motor pool, preferably supplied now, and preferably either a motor pool or a tank depot. Currently, that's not happening. I mean, it's nice you're securing points, but you're not really securing them with mines, which is a problem because, again, you want to halt the German advance, but at the same time, you're not using it. Use the fuel. Use the fuel. Tech up. Quickly. Fast, man. Fast. Like yesterday. Something like that. Sturm Army going up. So MrgroundElectro, of course, having watched the cars, of course, knows one way to deal with the Browning automatic push by an American opponent, of course, is to go straight for the armored cars and begin blasting them up. And, of course, MrgroundElectro, had he put up soldiers, Mr. Verkenner, I mean, had he been also watching, would also know that would be a potential response. And, of course, he'd also know then that he would need to sort of quickly then get some sort of armored vehicles. Of course, he probably could had it not been for the sticky bombs. He might even now be able to get a motor pool up and get some armored cars of his own, but it's not happening. It's just not happening. And he's really putting himself in a nasty situation. Although MrgroundElectro, of course, is certainly not helping that he's only got 2 Volksgrenadier squads. And he's taking up a slightly defensive posture again, you know, try to push. Vorwärts. Angreifen. Schießt die Amerikanerin in das Gesicht. Which hopefully translates into shoot the Americans in the face. Or in this story. Which could also be a lot less sensible sounding. We are seeing mines still from MrgroundElectro. That's nice. MD could perhaps advance out a bit. There we go. Nice ambush by the rifleman. Might want to quickly push out. Volksgrenadier dead though to the Browning automatic. World War I weapon. Although also used in the Second World War. Was the primary light machine gun for the Americans. Although of course not quite built for it. It was more built for actually advancing in the open, sort of. Not so much an assault rifle, more like what was known as a battle rifle. Something, yeah, between an assault rifle and a light machine gun, in a sense. The Soviets also had a variant of it. Problem was that rather turned out to have a too powerful recoil, and they had to sort of turn it into a semi-automatic, otherwise it would basically break the rifle. But the Americans are putting up, I mean, again, that's nice, but problem is, again, Sturm Army, he's not prepared at all for vehicles. He's in fact getting grenades. He's pouring too much into the rifleman at this stage. He's absolutely, really unprepared for any sort of, you know, armored cars. That's a problem. You really have to be careful about that. Sticky bombs are not the best solution. In fact, he's going to risk getting absolutely shredded in seconds and completely lose map control. And he's still not mining. I mean, he's got tons of munitions. He could easily be mining. He would mine here, 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 here. He has so many places to mine, but it's just not happening. That's not really good either. Again, you want to use mines, for example, you know, to slow down a Wehrmacht advance. It's really one of the worst things you can do because, again, a Wehrmacht opponent who quickly gets slowed down is also more likely to sort of, you know, fail with his assault. He's even more reliant on sort of being able to just keep on going. So that is important. And there we go. The first armored car rolls out. Schwimmwagen needs to get away, but there we go. The armored car moves away. Oh, and he sticky bombs the Schwimmwagen. He sticky bombs it just as the armored car rolls in. Tragically, the Schwimmwagen is lost. The armored car rolls out for vengeance. He's gone infantry now. Mine goes off there. Not really killing anyone. Supplied up. And he's gone for a weapon support center. No, don't build a mortar. Don't build a mortar. You don't need a mortar right now. Don't you absolute. Oh. This is not good. This is absolutely terrible for Verkenner. I mean, I can see why he wants, you know, to keep up the pressure, but it's not the right kind of pressure. He's already got so much, you know, let's just briefly pause, frontage. I mean, note here, this is how much, you know, he has to cover. He doesn't really have any place to really sort of lock things down. He could easily attack from numerous sides. In particular, we got in some vehicles, but again, he's not. He's getting a mortar. He's slowing down when there's vehicles going in against him. He's got nothing that can slow the vehicles down, really. Oh, sticky bomb, yes, but no way to finish it off. This is not good at all for Verkenner. He's in fact placing himself in a horrible position. Horrible. Absolutely atrocious, bad, dreadful. Supply upgrades, that's nice, but still, this is not a good position for Verkenner. This is absolutely dreadful. Looks like a full scan here got himself the Browning automatic, which was also in fact used by the Poles, the Polish army actually, before the Germans, of course, defeating them alongside the Soviet army, of course, attacked from the other side, but still, they actually used that weapon. That was pretty much also the only real other army to use the Browning automatic as such, you know, officially. Probably the Germans captured a few there and used some of them, but still, rather interesting. I mean, many more used, for example, the MG the Brits used, that is the sort of Bren gun, although the Czechoslovakians had their own version, which was the British-based one. The Japanese even made a copy of it. In that sense, that weapon saw a lot more usage. Engineers here getting caught out in the open. Again, the mortar. Terrible. Terrible. And now getting caught out in the open. He's actually moving closer to Volkskriegs. In particular, now they have a BAR. Again, you know, be careful about marching towards troops with an automatic weapon while you're out in the open. And just note there, that was pretty much an entire rifle squad completely cut down by a few Volkskriegs with a single BAR. Grenades going in. Granate! Doing a bit of damage here. And there we go. The armored cars are rolling in. Broken. Oh no, not him. He's broken. Anyway, sticky bomb on the armored car. We've gone to Stowe. I have absolutely no idea who that is. But I've been getting blasted. But still, I mean, that's some pretty nasty losses right there. He's lost a rifleman squad at the very least, I think. He needs a second supply upgrade. Great, but again, you need something to deal with the vehicles. You don't need a second one. In fact, he's now pouring too much resources. Again, he needs either a motor pool or a tank depot. In this situation, I would strongly urge and recommend the tank depot. Get a Sherman out, get some tank destroyers out, wreak absolute havoc. Grenadiers reform, that's a small boon for the 21st Panzer Division. Men there of the MrgroundElectro. But still, Verkenner's sort of response process is not really good. It's not sound. He's sort of going on his own path. And it's not entirely a sensible one. I mean, you can see some of the good aids. Again, upgrading supply, that's great, but also respond in a manner that's more helpful to you to what the opponent has. Don't pour more infantry in it. And still, I would have liked to see some more mines. Now we're seeing Rangers moving in. Then he is caught in the open. We are seeing some veterans jump. That's nice. Stu 42 arriving. The Sturmhaubitze. Grenade. And there go the armor cars are moving in. Can the Rangers get it? Instead, he actually ends up retreating. Fascinating. Of course, Blitzkrieg for MrgroundElectro. Mortar opens up. Position of the mortar, anything but good. I mean, it's out in the open, and it's in fact within range, I think, of the MG. So, you know, again, don't climb up, don't hold up, in particular, don't do it with a mortar. That's not good. And there we go. The engineers tank actually burst into flames. And the mortar dies because of this, because then they're so heavily weakened. Again, you know, always be careful blowing up. And be careful of flamethrowers. I mean, once that tank bursts, you know, you could get some nasty burns. Now we are seeing MrgroundElectro push onwards. The Sturmhaubitze leading the way. This will not be in Communist 2. Instead, we will have the Sturmpanzer 4, which was basically a more proper variant with a 15mm gun and 100mm of armor. It was also a bit easier to hit because it was much, much larger target.
Reporting full strength.
Veterans 1 on the way for the vehicles. Taking points. So far, so good. Less good for Verkenner, of course, who's getting another Ranger squad. Still no armor, still no vehicles. Come on, Verkenner. Verken your sins. And do something about it. Volkswagen's getting pushed off. And now we're just seeing a huge blow up right in front of the Stu 42 in front of the Volkswagens with the BR and the armored cars. This is not going to end well. One Ranger dead. As advancing, these riflemen just need to retreat. Grenade on the Volkswagens. Another armored car moves in. Will the sticky bomb it? Rangers need riflemen. Get them out. He's already lost one squad. Bazooka. Sticky bomb. Retreat, Verkenner. Retreat. And there we go. I mean, taking out nominal losses without really finishing anything off. Not really good. Still nothing that could salvage him. And now, of course, we're seeing force moving again. No mines. Perhaps slow down a Wehrmacht advance. Again, terrible. Not good. Robert Drake to take the point there while under fire from an MG42 hiding in here. And, of course, the armored car shattering American flesh and bones with its auto cannon. Let's just beat this up while Verkenner reinforces. Again, his situation is no good. Grenadiers with an LMG moving up. The Leichtes Maschinengewehr 42. Taking up position in the house. Firing from the top there of this. I'm not entirely sure what this building is opposed, but apparently a construction office, I'm not sure. Looks like an awfully thin office though. Bit of artillery, doesn't really achieve anything. Larger force moving eastwards to try and hold the points there. Going for the point there, might want to stop as soon as it's neutral. Stop so we can fire the LMG. Well, there we go, gets a kill, but grenade goes off. Ooh, doesn't kill anyone. Impressive. Still nothing that could actually signal armor for Verkenner. Huge assault going in here with the Rangers. Lots of submachine guns, Thompsons, and there we go. The Volkswagen is going to have to retreat right past it. It looks like they will survive largely unscathed. Again, stop with capping. Shoot. Feuer frei. Coming out in the open, and there you go, Ravner retreating. Armored car Stu moving in. Where's the other Rangers at least? Don't take a point. Quickly move up, move up. Schnell. Fast. Push. Push. Come on, Verkenner. Give it all you got. You've got too many units standing about doing nothing. Artillery going in. That could actually work considering that right here there's a bit of a... Oh, he retreats. Oh, Verkenner, you absolutely missed a golden opportunity right there. And you've still got the Rangers there doing nothing. While at the same time, there's a blockade force from the Wehrmacht holding up here. And another mortar. You don't need more mortars. I mean, this is just silly. Because obviously Niebler was added to the fun. Direct, more or less, hit on the mortar. And another mortar kill. Again, charging through here. Although, of course, with Less resistance right there. Armor car bit hit. Grenade. Riflemen need to retreat. Come on, Verkenner, retreat. There we go. Good boy. And I think he actually... Oh, those ones are still there, of course. They're still achieving nothing. They're still wasted resources. Filtration, in fact, could go down here. Yes! He actually killed a squad. Hooray for Verkenner and his Rangers. Stu 42 moving out.
Awaiting your orders, sir.
Ooh, nice hit on the Stu. Ranger taking a few losses. Ruins being further ruined. Bazooka could be picked up. Probably should be picked up. But again, you know, don't stand in front of an MG and a Stu 42 fighting, and the bazooka was left behind. More neighborhood fire. I mean, currently, MrgroundElectro doesn't really have much to worry about. That's because, again, Verkenner absolutely went in the most wrong of wrong directions, considering, again, all the signs he got, and he persisted in it afterwards, even. That's the worst part. Despite all the armor cars, he kept on at it. He didn't react. He didn't get anything that could stop it. He just hit a few Rangers with solving. Clearly, they haven't solved anything. In particular, not the way he uses them. He ambushes the armored car here. I'm not sure he can get it. Grenading it even. Oh, he damaged the engine, actually. That's impressive. He might actually get one of the armored cars. Or not. In fact, he's forced to retreat. No! They got it! They got it while they were retreating. Rocket straight through the tailpipe, and good night. Small victory right there. Good show, Verkenner. I mean, the aggression is nice, but again, the way he's sort of responding to things, less than good. Another MG up for the Grenadiers. Oh, and they got the riflemen on... No, the Rangers, in fact, on retreat. Jolly good shooting there, Helmut. Another bunker going up, close to the front lines. Tank depot going up. But again, I mean, he's barely got anything left. Still, tank depot. Heading up for a nice, large flank. That's actually not... Oh, hits a mine because MrgroundElectro thinks a bit ahead. Another LMG shooting at the Rangers advancing. Catching that in the open, grassing grenade against the Grenadiers. Oh, almost dead. But the Rangers took a nasty hit. Seeing many of their comrades having their inners blown out. And the rest are sort of like, no, don't leave us behind. But nice use of LMGs. And also note, he's, you know, not just moving them about, hoping they sort of fire and move. They don't. So also good general usage of the LMGs. That's a bit rarer amongst the novice level. Robin here getting blasted again. He seems quite insistent despite on this being pretty much zeroed in by the MG in the window. I mean, this is pretty much just a shooting gallery. Except instead of some sort of BB gun, he's got the bloody MG-42. I mean, you pretty much find any shooting gallery to be much easier with that. Still work over there. That's nice. Grenadiers, in fact, advancing. Sherman soon ready. And this could actually be a slight surprise because in this case, Verkenner has made a slight mistake. He's not prepared for it. He's not prepared for a Sherman. He's got... The only anti-tank assets he's actually got are some Panzerfaust from the Volksgrenadiers and a bazooka on one of the Volksgrenadiers. 50 caliber, marching forwards. Oh wait, there's a pack. Silly me. There's the pack. In that sense, he was actually probably well prepared. Sherman, though, needs to move out. Away, away. No idea where I placed the medic bunker so far up. Nice barbed wire there to create a nice position. Sherman rolls away, a bit ashamed. Could, of course, consider getting another Sherman. Of course, he's getting another mortar. He does not need any more mortars. Robin here exposed to intense machine gun fire. Panzer on the Grenadiers. Preparing course for the Sherman. Good, good. But again, you don't lead your troops out in the open to automatics weapons. More mortar fire right here, but again, why not get another Sherman? You know, push hard. And now we've got a tag out for MrgroundElectro, so this is at this stage largely GG. Let's see if Verkenner can't somehow salvage a victory out of this, though it's seeming more and more unlikely. Grenadiers advancing in right in front of the Rangers. That was perhaps less good, but the Rangers somehow fail. Wrapping up here, getting Nebelwerft. Oh, so intensely. Rifleman squad could even... Oh, and a Rifleman squad is lost. While this entire area is completely lit on fire. I mean, lighting the factory on fire. That's no good.
Front shifting. Krauts are grabbing.
No idea what they made there. Possibly the boxes for the company reviews. Anyways, MD again. Getting a hit on the mortar. We're seeing actually a Puma out for MrgroundElectro. Fascinating. Upgunning the Sherman. Nice idea, but I think he needs more Shermans in the first place, or some tank destroyers. Just saying. And some infantry support. A bit of barbed wire going down there. That's nice. Grenade. Almost getting the Grenadiers, but not quite. And why is he moving in the Sherman there? I mean, the Grenadiers are on the other side of the trains. On the other side. Grenade on the Rifleman. Ooh, assault actually. But a grenade goes off from the... Ooh. Nasty. Stu 42 advancing with the 22. What about the Tiger? What about not just pushing in, getting the job finished? I think he probably could do that, in particular with a nice needle of a barrage in advance. Oh no! The Puma's in trouble! Except the Sherman misses. And misses again. More Needler actually striking the base. Getting the mortar. Just lighting everything on fire. Sherman keeps on missing the Puma. Tiger soon going to be there. It misses again! My goodness! Hank, are you drunk? Go to bed. I mean, so far the Puma's doing more damage to the Sherman than the Sherman. Oh, there we go. But now the Tiger has arrived and the Sherman's actually surrounded. And we are seeing the Volksgunners moving in with their bazooka. Hoping to do a bit of irony attack here. Knocking out an American tank with an American anti-tank. But no! The Puma does it! The Puma finishes the job! Oh, no! Oh, Verkenner! How could you have fallen so low? Rifleman going to be a bit targeted of this. Ranger suffering. Whoops, a bit too slow. And now he's actually built a howitzer. I suspect this belongs again to the sort of tulip. Oh! Bugger! What did he get? There's some pioneers apparently, and I'm not sure what the rest was. I can't really decipher the remains, but could have possibly been some Volksgrenadiers. Looks like. Oh, he's dead as well now. Good job, howitzer. You murdered everyone. Now the Grenadiers advancing with LMG and Panzerschreck in hand. The Tigers apparently still afraid of Verkenner, which is a bit surprising. Considering again, Verkenner has not really been good at dealing with the armored bits department. Moving in, and again the base has pretty much been softened up by all the need for lots of assaults going in. Grenades. Yes, I have more beta keys beginning casting. And seems like, of course, I'm suddenly Mr. Popular. Because, now I've got the keys. Everybody wants to be my friend. More grenades. Lots of assault. Rangers not doing too well. The Tigers still not moving. Oh wait, there we go. Perhaps doing the stew. And we're seeing Blitzkrieg. Oh, the Grenadiers went down. The Grenadiers went down. The LMGs left behind. there you go, GG from Verkenner, GG from MrgroundElectro. And yeah, this is pretty much game over for the 20th Infantry Division. And there we go, game over. Game over. Of course, in this case, the lessons are probably a lot easier to sort of initially point out. The problem for Verkenner was not his start, it was a pretty strong one. Problem was, he then completely made a series of very wrong choices. Again, he didn't seem to react, in particular when he saw the armor car. He didn't react at all. He got a mortar. He shouldn't have done that. He should have attacked straight towards something that could deal with the armor car in a sensible fashion. It never happened, and in that sense, largely, MrgroundElectro was never challenged afterwards. That he lost a bit, but ultimately not a lot. He was, again, Verkenner then tried sort of blowing up, Rangers hitting him. Didn't really work because, again, they were moving out in the open. There was a lot of moving out in the open. Not a lot of cover for Verkenner, which was also a problem. But again, the assistance of mortars, when there was clearly other things that were needed, was a failure. And also sending his shown without infantry support. I mean, there was a lot of those problems. For MrgroundElectro, the problem was, again, this sort of build he go for requires one more full scale squad, and this works. Otherwise, good moving actually going straight for the Sturm Army and then really knocking the stuffing out of Verkenner. That probably won him the game because, again, Verkenner was absolutely terrible at reacting. So there you go. Hope you learned something from this match. Hope you were inspired. And, of course, if you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends. And if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.